I guess that's too much of a brain teaser. Raise your hand if, all right, I don't like surprises. I hate surprises. Recently, I got an email from somebody saying, Sean Wickens, we saw you perform. Would you like to be on a hidden camera prank show? And I was like, yes, that sounds like a great gig. What's the process? What's the deal? And there were some emails back and forth, and they were like, you're hired. And I was like, great, when does it start? How much does it pay? What's going on? And then nothing. They just ghosted me. And I responded again. I was like, is this still a job? And I got no response. And so I went to the website that I had been getting emails from, hiddencameraPrankShow.com, and that website forwards to my website. They pranked me, and the cameras were so hidden, I don't even think there were cameras involved, right? So I hate surprises. I have a friend he's kind of a paranoid. He thinks the FBI isn't real. Raise your hand if you think the FBI is real. No? All right, some of you, okay. He's so paranoid about the FBI being real, he told me once, he was like, Sean, I never want a surprise birthday party. Because like, what if your friend takes you into a room and then it's like, you feel like there's a surprise gonna happen, and it's like, no, come on, this way, it's this way. And then you go into another room and then boom, you're arrested and the FBI are there, want to talk to you, right? And then he's like, but I don't even believe that the FBI are real. So it's like, even if the FBI does pick me up, I don't even know if they're real, you know what I mean? So now, I don't know if I'm on a hidden camera prank show. I have a friend who doesn't know if the FBI is real. Does anybody here work for the FBI? Or know somebody who works for the FBI? No, see, I don't know, they might not be real, right? And here's the thing, I might need to talk to the FBI because I don't know what I know. I don't know who I know, right? The other day I got so stoned, I came up with an equation for time travel. Don't you think the FBI would want to know that? I mean, I did forget it, but it felt so real when I got stoned and thought of that equation for time travel. What do we think about participation trophies? Are we for them? We don't like them? What is it? Participation trophies? No? Well, get a load of this. I fixed them because I made them invisible. Invisible participation trophies, everybody gets one. Right? Isn't that better? You don't like participation trophies? You might already have one in your home right now. Isn't that just better? You mean we all get one just for being who we are? Yeah! Congratulations. Perfect. I fixed it. I got so stoned recently, I couldn't remember if penguins were fish or birds. Right? What are they? What are they?
Birds.
Are they? Because, look, I know we've been told that our whole lives, but they don't fly, right? What do? They swim. Hanging out with other fish, right? Like, penguins might think that they are fish more so than birds, right? Anyway, don't get stoned because, like, I'm serious. I don't get stoned because it makes things more, I don't know, fun. I get stoned because I forgot that time travel equation and I feel like I have to get it back to save the world, you know? All right. When you meet somebody new for the first time, how do you know they're not wearing a disguise? Right? Like, I've never met anybody here, right? You all look like you, I think, but somebody might be wearing a mask or a wig or a fake mustache. I don't know. Fucking weird, right? The other day, I was walking around New York. I was walking behind somebody that I knew. You know what I mean? You recognize somebody from behind. I was like, I know this person. I caught up to them, and I got next to them, and then I passed them and turned around and looked at their front. It was a totally different person. But from the back, anyway, don't get stoned. You know, it's, Participation trophies. Who's with me, right? Doesn't that just, they're invisible, right? It makes them better. I get stoned. Did I say that already? Did I tell everybody that? Yeah. I got stoned recently, and what I do, this is a bad habit of mine, because when I get so stoned, I end up calling my weed delivery guy, and I get more weed, right? So I did that recently, and he came over, and I was already stoned. We did our little bit of a transaction. He rides his bike all day in heavy New York City traffic, and he was talking about how sore he was. He has to use the bathroom. He came out. He was like, "You have a bathtub?" It's kind of rare in New York City to have a bathtub. I was like, "Yeah, I'm like that. I have a bathtub." He was like, "Wow, I've been on my bike all day. I'm so sore." He's like, "You've got a bathtub." And I was like, "Do you want to take a bath in my apartment?" He was like, "Absolutely." I was like, "All right, go ahead." So he went to take a bath. I got stoned. And here's another thing about me. When I get stoned, I like to take baths. And so I heard the bath running, and I had forgotten that I had a guest over. It doesn't get weird yet. And so I took off my clothes, I got on a towel, I went to go into my bathroom, and then, it doesn't get weird yet, and then I heard somebody whistling the Golden Girls theme song, and I was like, Chad is here, right? So it was like, it doesn't get weird yet, but I put my clothes back on. He never knew. He came out, he was like, "Hey man, thanks for the bath. What is it worth it to you?" And I was like, "How about 2 pre-rolls?" And he was like, "I was just gonna say 2 pre-rolls." And so we went in for a hug, and I'm a comedian, so I jokingly went in for a kiss. And my weed delivery guy is also a comedian, and he jokingly went in for a kiss. And here's where it gets weird. We accidentally kissed each other, but he gave me another pre-roll. Win-win. I think I came up with one of the best jokes in the world. But it's not perfect yet, so I'm actually gonna let anybody here steal it, because you might be able to make it better. Knock, knock. Just a guy. I'm just a guy going around telling everybody I can, what if we all tried to open our third eye at the same time? It worked, and we all evolved together as a species. What if we all tried at the same time? Right? It didn't make anybody laugh, but it made you think, right? And you might be able to make that joke better, and if the whole world knows that joke and the whole world tries to evolve at the same time, maybe we would do it. And I didn't write that joke. I stole it from somebody named Sean Wickens. Thanks, everybody. That was my time. Give it up for Pip Smith, everybody.
Keep it going for Sean. Sean was a live stream.